Yeah, I think the consensus, at least the anecdotal consensus among some of us that were talking, was that why is it 2 movies? It's like, well, so they can charge the theater geeks twice. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Visually Stunning Movie Podcast. I'm Mark. That's Ryan. Hi Ryan.
Hello.
So we had a busy week.
Yes.
5 screenings scheduled. I attended 4 because I needed a night off. But I will catch up on that one eventually. But the big one that we saw on Tuesday, which opens in theaters today, it is there now, or last night, if you're one of those people, Wicked for Good, the sequel to Wicked. I don't think it had a first name or a subtitle. Completing the story of the Broadway musical Plus, as I judge by all those musical theater people that I know.
Yes.
Pick up where we left off. Elphaba has escaped the wizard and is trying to figure out how to defeat him because he's an evil bastard. Which is not how they would say it in Oz. They would make up some weird made-up word to describe the wizard being that bad, but I'm not that good, and that actually just annoys the crap out of me in these movies. So she is there. Glinda is becoming quite the PR tool because everyone loves her. And the wizard's the wizard. So, again, you have seen the stage production.
Yes.
Aside from length, then, this is theoretically Act 2.
Yes. Well,
okay.
3 or whatever post. Yeah.
Okay. So, content-wise, narratively, did they change a lot?
2 new songs.
Okay, let me, so my love for musicals cannot be overstated, he said sarcastically, because if you listen, I normally hate musicals. And the problem I had with the first one was that I felt every song in that musical, every song, stopped the narrative cold instead of moving our narrative forward. As my understanding is that is what a musical number should do. And I just felt like in the first film, every time we got to a musical number, it was just stop, watch this musical number, and now we will continue. And I feel like it's exactly the same in this second movie.
Yeah, this second half, even more so than the first half, has an issue where it doesn't establish a rhythm. It just the second act or the second half has always been the lesser half, even on Broadway. The big songs are in the first act, and they don't bring them back. There's no reprise or whatnot in the second. So it's always been problematic. And so the challenge, would have been or should have been to figure out how do we make this, second half of the play work better than it does on stage.
Right.
And that didn't happen.
And that doesn't appeal to non-musical fans like me. Ariana Grande is still Ariana Grande. Cynthia Erivo is still Cynthia Erivo. We do get to see the origins of our Oz characters that we know.
Yes.
Sorry. We do get to see an origin of the Oz characters that we know. And honestly, I found one of them really dumb, and the other 2 were kind of interesting. It's like, well, that's an interesting way to go about creating those 2 characters.
The Tin Man is good.
That was one. I was like, well, that's an interesting way.
Yeah.
In the world that we've created here. The Scarecrow is a similar way.
Yeah.
As the Tin Man, but the Cowardly Lion, I'm just like, that's just dumb. So that I didn't care for. Let me ask you another question. But Cynthia Erivo, everyone can sing, which honestly I don't think Michelle Yeoh, if she can sing, she is not singing in this movie. I did not enjoy her singing at all. in this film. So if she can actually sing, I don't know if they just went, yeah, that's good, Michelle, let it go. And didn't let her actually nail it, because I don't think she did a good job with it at all. But clearly our two leads can sing. We know this. And their performances, I guess, are okay based in this world that we have. Jeff Goldblum is Jeff Goldblum still. Let me ask you this without the spoiler. That twist at the end, is that in the stage production? I don't know if it's in the book, because I didn't read the book.
Yeah. Yes.
That's that. Okay. So if you know the twist, then that's fine. I do feel bad for the actress who plays Dorothy Gale in Neck Down Pants. But, and in she's an accident because I don't think that was completely accidental, her getting there. It wasn't some weird plot to draw her there. So I'm no happier with part 2 than I was with part 1.
Yeah.
That said, our screening was full of people that absolutely loved it. Therefore, while I can say I didn't care for it, if you like these, you're probably going to be way kinds of okay with it, unless you don't like some things that apparently they didn't improve from the actual stage play. Fair enough.
Yeah. I mean, it's still too long.
Yes. Says Mark about every musical, but
continue. Yeah. But I think that it shouldn't be. What does it turn out to be? 4.5 hour, nearly. I don't know. Whatever it turns out to be it's just ultimately too long.
Yeah.
And they needed to figure out and again, without a better pacing. So let's see. The first one was 2 hours and 40 minutes. This is about 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah, so you're right about 5 hours. 2:18.
So it really shouldn't be that long. It shouldn't. And yes, I understand you're doing establishing shots, and I know you're doing all sorts of things. But there's got to be a way that you can pick up the pace. There were. It felt like in the second act, particularly, that there was a lot of times where there were like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they give the line, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now they're going to give the next line. So it never really establishes a rhythm, or at least not a rhythm that is beneficial to the presentation. Right. The stage version is a solid 3 hours, I think. I mean, I can look at that too, but it just it's problematic when you're just sort of waiting for things to happen.
Right. Absolutely. And like I said, for me, that hit every time a song hit.
Okay, so
and then we stop.
And the play itself runs about 2 hours and 45 minutes. So it's literally as long as the first one.
Right.
And that includes the intermission.
Okay.
So that, so somehow you've taken, that and made a 5-hour version. And yes, you added 2 songs in this. They added songs in the first, but it's just, you've got to move things along.
Yep.
And again, the first half of the play is where all the big popular songs are. Pun
not intended.
Well, not intended, but yes, it's true. That's where that is as well. But Defying Gravity and whatnot. So you've got to make this move more quickly. You've got to make this more engaging. And they just didn't.
Yeah, I think the consensus, at least the anecdotal consensus among some of us that were talking, was that why is it 2 movies? It's like, well, so they can charge the theater geeks twice,
and it sort of does feel that way.
And much like, lest you think I'm just dogging on this out there, let me also say that why is The Hobbit 3 movies? Because the studio wanted to charge the Tolkien geeks 3 times. Yes. So it is not a Wicked / musical feature. It is a studio feature. So yeah, it's not a bug. It happens a lot, and it is probably the most blatant form of audience exploitation.
Yeah,
that Hollywood actually does have. Because there's no way to hide it. If you're putting out multiple projects that don't need to be multiple, they need to be one quality product. But they know there's an audience that will pay to watch everyone, regardless. So I think it boils down to them trying make something everyone can watch and get all of your money, or all of your accolades, or make everyone go, well, that was very good. I'm glad they didn't stretch it out or whatever. But yeah, this is at least it's not a 3 film, I guess. So
yeah, I don't even know how you would get to that point.
I know I shouldn't have said anything. Someone's going to hear it and go, you know what? I'll bet I could do that. So that'll wind up on Broadway in 2 years, and then the movie.
But
so yeah, sorry, universe. I didn't mean to put that out there.
There is a book sequel. So
is that Wickeder?
I don't know, but
I think actually it is, because I think somebody mentioned it, and so not that I will read it because I don't care.
Yeah, it just exactly. Yeah, I mean, I obviously, I think if you're a diehard, you're gonna like it regardless of what we have to say. In fact, you've probably already seen it or have tickets to see it today,
correct,
or at some point this weekend. Mm-hmm. It's for those who are on the fence, who, if it's a hard thing, because if you're going to see this, you really should see it on the big screen.
And that is true.
I mean, this is
seen large.
Yeah, this is not
it's not a computer / small TV.
No, it's never going to play as well, regardless.
Right.
So it's a little conundrum, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I'm sure you liked it a lot less than I did.
That's a understatement. Although there was another movie we've talked about where it was exactly the opposite. So, mm-hmm. But yeah, on this one, you're correct. I probably like this one less than you did.
So,
and you're not raving.
And I'm not raving. So
there you go.
There you go. I guess that's,
on the sliding visually stunning scale, that's indicative of a lot of things. So we'll just leave Wicked for good right there. If you're gonna go see it, enjoy it, see it on a big screen. If you think you want to see it, pay the matinee, but yeah, the big screen is probably the way you want to experience it. So.
Yeah, I would not want your first experience watching this film to be when it pops up on Peacock.
Netflix, or Peacock, yeah.
It is a film that is made to be seen on, whatever that big screen is.
Yep. Your worst theater screen is going to be better than your biggest TV. So
yes,
that's what we'll say about that. So yeah, John Chu directed it again. We got Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Jeff Goldblum, Michelle Yeoh, Jonathan Bailey is Fiyero. He's back. So yeah, it's there's a lot of stuff going on. They tie up a lot of ends, but it's there. And some of the songs were just bad. Let me just clear that up. Some of them was like, I could say, like the earlier ones, like I understand why Popular and Defying Gravity. I get why people like those. There's some in this. I'm just like, what is that? I don't even know how anyone would like that. So bad I don't even remember. But yeah, it was just, there was someone that's like, oh my God, not only did you stop the narrative, but you did it for no reason. No good reason. But yes, so Wicked for Good in theaters right now as we speak. If you want to see it and you haven't already seen it, go see it in the theater because big screen good. And it is pretty to look at. So that's it. Don't forget to like us, follow us on social media. Go to the website, vsmoviepodcast.com, and you'll get links to all of our stuff there. Give us some feedback wherever you're checking our social media or listening or watching. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe. That would be helpful as well. Yeah. Got many more films to talk about. It's award season. We're watching a ton of flicks. And we will talk about as many as we can. We will be voting on some soon for the Utah Film Critics Association. And we'll be playing catch up on some of those. But we will be watching new releases because they are still releasing new movies, and we will be giving them to you. So till we talk again, be good, stay safe, go see a good movie in theaters. I've been Mark. That's been Ryan. Bye, Ryan.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to y'all later.